Dangle earrings, dancing phalanges. Welcome back to Flamingly Unfiltered. My name is Zachary.
And I'm Thomas.
This is our podcast where we explore the intersection of the internet and gay culture.
Tackle Reddit's wild stories.
And whatever else the fuck we want.
Because not only are we flaming,
we're unfiltered.
welcome back.
Hello.
Welcome to the pod. So you won't go to the Hunger Games with me?
No, absolutely not.
Why not?
Terrible movie series. What's Her Nuts is terrible. Boring.
I just think you'd have so much fun.
I feel like you saved this specifically for the pod to call me out.
Yeah, so that I could get the audience's opinion.
No. You could go by yourself. That'll be cute.
I'm gonna go by myself. You're gonna make me go by myself.
You like going places alone in social spaces?
No, actually. I don't think you know me at all.
You've said that multiple times. You like going everywhere by yourself.
Oh. Since when? News to me.
Since the Hunger Games came out.
Since Hunger Games, yeah, just now.
Right.
But really though, you're gonna make me go by myself to Hunger Games.
I don't like any of those. What is it? Is it a prequel or is it a sequel?
It's
or
the first Hunger Games.
Oh yes, that's right.
It's a prequel. The
origin
story.
I don't like those movies because it's kind of like movie.
Yeah, you say this all the time. Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale. Thank you. It's too real. I feel like in 10 years we'll be right there. Like Thomas will be like, "Ooh, we're doing the whistle thing or whatever they do."
But that's why you gotta watch it so that you can prepare yourself.
Is it? There we go.
3 fingers.
I will not volunteer as tribute. I will be.
Well, who's gonna volunteer as tribute?
Be crying in the corner.
We're also above reaping age, so.
What is that?
You've never seen the movies.
I don't pay attention to movies.
What were you gonna show me on your phone?
Oh, there's this designer. He has. I know I'm poor, but he has.
I know I'm poor,
but he's having a Black Friday sale, and I think I should buy some of his clothes. So if you need Christmas present ideas.
Were you gonna show me or what?
Oh well, it's a good He's he's always doing something. His name is Be Gold. I think his real name is Barth. But I like his clothes and I want all of his like accessories. And he's got a really cool bumblebee clock. And I don't know. Reggie's being very naughty today for absolutely no reason.
It's like he picks Sunday for his energy to be expelled.
Right.
Just Sundays.
And then look at him. I'm just saying, just throwing it out there if you need holiday present ideas.
Sure.
Yay. Fine. I love stuff.
So did you know that Mario 2, you know how Mario 2 is so different from Mario 1? Like Mario 2 is where Peach is like floating.
Yes.
And she picks up the things and picks,
Yep.
That was supposed to be a different game. It was supposed to be called Doki Doki Panic.
Oh, interesting.
And they have... Okay, so Mario 2, the original actual Mario 2 was only released in Japan, and the reviews were that it was way too hard.
Oh.
So when it came to suggesting it to release in America, there's this go-to, I guess, that says if a game will sell or not.
Mm-hmm.
And when it was, the second Mario came on to his desk to like review, he was like immediately excited, but he played it and was immediately disappointed and said this will not sell because it is way too hard. And that was what the reviews were in Japan as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so Nintendo had always been developing this game called Doki Doki Panic, and they just hadn't released it yet. So instead of releasing Mario 2, like the actual Mario 2 in the US, they swiped Doki Doki Panic, redid all of the characters as Mario, Peach. That's how we got Toad.
Oh, interesting.
Was because they had to like make up characters for this game. That's how we got Toad and the Shy Guys. Because the Shy Guys were in Doki Doki Panic, but they're like, actually these kind of fit anyways. And so that's why the second one, when you play it, you're like, why is it so different?
Right.
Is because it was Doki Doki Panic.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
that is interesting.
Yeah. So I thought that was super cool. This is Flamingly Unfiltered. Oh, I have to show you. Look at our current gender demographic.
100% female.
That's who we want.
That's our audience.
Just 100% female. Woo!
For
the so far, well, okay, we're for the gays, theys, and the ladies. Wait, how does it go?
I mean, we're for everybody, but
are we?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a straight white male, I don't know if I want you to listen. I don't feel like I'm comfortable.
You want to know who you're calling out right now? Tyler's gonna shut the pod off. He's gonna be like, "Wow, fuck you guys."
Yeah, the one straight white male. That's an exception. If I know you, that's an exception. Okay, now presenting comment corner. On our last episode, Beth, for a hot second, I thought you ended it with start the week off strong with a snack and Thomas.
I mean,
that's a good one.
That's me. I'm a snack in itself, eh?
And then XO Meg XO, is that Meg's? If
your
you ever
sister
want,
or Megara,
your sister's friend.
My Michaela's Meg's.
Yeah,
probably. I don't know. I don't look at handles. Sorry, everybody.
It says if you ever want to reminisce about the DQ days, bring me on as a guest.
No, that is Megan. You've met her a couple times. She used to be one of my shift leads at Dairy Queen. I'm pretty sure she was a shift lead. It was so long ago. I'm so old and I don't remember. But yeah, she's really funny. I still have her in my phone as Darling Woman. And she always wore red lipstick, and I called it her harlot lipstick.
Oh yeah, come on to the pod.
Yeah, right.
Does she live in St. Cloud?
No.
Oh.
No.
We could call virtually.
Zoom.
Yeah.
Zoom DQ chats. One of the funniest things with her, I ordered the ice cream wrong. So in the summer, you order a bunch of product, obviously, because it's an ice cream shop. So you want to order lots of ice cream. Well, people order more vanilla than chocolate. And I got the numbers flipped. So I ordered 35 boxes of chocolate ice cream instead of vanilla, and only like 4 boxes of vanilla. And so we're like, we are fucked. We're so fucked. And so then my boss called around to all of the stores and she's like, we need all the vanilla. We'll give you all the chocolate. Just like, let's do a quick trade. And I remember my boss went to 2 different stores, zipped over there and came back and brought us what they could give up. And then she's like, you need to go to this other town and get whatever they can give. And, you know, like I said, we'll just do a trade, or we'll pay their inventory later. Like, we just have to get going. And I don't like driving by myself, or I didn't at the time. And her and I went to this other town, like 45 minutes away, and went to go get ice cream. And my boss was pissed. She's like, you shouldn't have taken her with to go do your job. And I just remember getting scolded because she came with, and because we weren't supposed to pay her for the time of driving because she technically wasn't working. So she basically got paid for 2 hours for doing nothing.
Not that big of a deal.
She helped calm down.
And look at you now.
And look at her now.
Have you heard of the pandemic that's going around for dogs right now?
Yes, I have, and it makes me very nervous.
Well, the nice thing about our dogs is that they're in their own like enclosure.
That's true.
We don't board them.
Yeah, they don't go to dog parks. They don't
go to the dog park. Very low chance that they'll get it, but apparently there's this COVID but for dogs. Like, they thought it was kennel cough, but they're saying it's different.
I don't know.
But they're saying that it's like something they haven't seen before, so that's kind of scary.
It's an advanced
I was just
version.
Reflecting on that and like so thankful that our dogs are like, they don't go anywhere, you know, like. And I feel bad saying that too, but Reggie really just doesn't like going on walks. So
yeah, he's very antisocial.
We play in the yard, and that's our little enclosure.
He doesn't do anything.
Beans doesn't mind either. Beans loves walks, but he's getting older. He doesn't mind.
Yeah, he'd prefer to sit here and do nothing.
And then Reggie's just so. Alice is like, I want to be in here.
Well, I'm waiting for her to choose violence, and
I know she's definitely going to choose violence.
Hit Reggie in the face.
So I was listening to the Good Children podcast, and on there somebody had asked them, like, are you more or less flamboyant around other people that you're comfortable with, or other like gay people? Is it like the same between, somebody that you wouldn't necessarily talk to. I guess this goes for really anybody, but like for queer people specifically, like, yeah, when I'm in public, I kind of like code switch.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. Code switch.
I'm not like superly flamboyant in general. In public, I tend to, yeah, kind of like code switch and mute myself. And I'll even like choose, and this is just my personal preference. I personally prefer to fly under the radar.
Yeah.
Always. And that's just my personal preference. I'm introvert. I don't like a lot of attention. Like if I were to wear a sweatshirt like this in public, I would have to think about it.
Oh yeah.
I'd be like, do I want more attention than normal
Yeah.
today? Yes or no? And then if it's no, then I don't wear something like this and I'll go for a black or something.
Yeah. Muted colors or whatever.
But like online and like with you and like close friends, I'm a little bit more flamboyant. And so I just thought that was an interesting question to be asked of the gays, because that's such a common gay thing to like code switch and mute yourself down. And
yeah,
but I do think it's personal preference too. Some people just like to be
yeah, I guess when it comes down to it, I don't care. If you know I'm gay, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care if you know that I'm gay. I just don't want to get the like, that's a faggot.
You call me anything you want, but don't call me that.
I feel like the gayest I was ever at work was when we were getting married. And I was like, every day I was like, well, our wedding is in a month. Our wedding is in 2 weeks. And I was like that annoying person who's like, I'm taking off 2 weeks to get married and have a good vacation and birthday and blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. And everyone's like, got it. You're a homosexual. You're marrying a guy. And then I was like handing out our wedding invite. I'm like, you can come and you can come and you can come. And everyone's like, got it. You're gay.
Exactly.
I just think I have gay voice. So I think it's really identifiable. I think if you look at me now, I think I think gay face is a thing. What are your views on gay face?
I think some people have, I don't know, it's hard to say it for me and you, but yeah, I think some people have gay face.
I think if people see us in public, they wouldn't know or think about it. But then again, I feel like once we start talking, we sound gay.
I think people, because if we're like shopping, like grocery shopping, not many non-couples grocery shop together.
Right, that's very true.
It's like always like situational, but like, yeah, if we're, I don't know, there's a lot of things that we do in public where I'm like, what non-couple, like two male bros. Non-couples would do this together, like thrifting.
I feel like when
nobody would do that together.
I feel like also when we start
males,
when we also start making out, that's a good heads up.
Yeah.
That's a good indicator.
Orville Peck's. I just watch podcasts all the time, and that's what this podcast is just an amalgamation of other podcasts.
Yeah. That's all the content I rarely watch movies or TV.
Or have my own individual thoughts.
Nope.
But I was watching a podcast and Orville Peck was on it, and he was talking about how the gay experience, how milestones for straight people are your first relationship, your first kiss, your first dance, your first prom, and how all of that just like hunky-dory and like la 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 for straight people, but for gay people it's always like wrapped in trauma.
Yep.
Like your first crush is often of a friend that is straight, and so you're like terrified that they're gonna find out, or there's nobody else. Like you grew up in a town. I mean, I grew up in a town and there's only one other gay person. Like one of my best friends didn't like officially come out until I think senior year or after senior year. So he wasn't even gay.
Yeah,
but
I feel like there's also a lot of closeted people where it's like the cliche, like the football jock is closeted and he happens to find out his bro football jock friend is also gay or bi or whatever, and then they just are a thing on their own, and it's like I am the openly out gay and I have to search for another openly out gay, and it sucks because, not to be mean, but sometimes they're not your vibe, and
Right,
It
because you're
feels
just
like
settling because you're
you're
like
settling. Yep,
you
that's
feel
what
like you're like on an island and you're the last two gay people on
I'm like,
earth.
"Ah, I need a
Yeah, my first relationship was absolutely settling because I'm like,
just like
I don't know any other gay people.
just like it's like what I picture is the scene in Titanic. Like, is there anybody gay out there?
Yeah, exactly.
Then here's Jack blowing the whistle, and you're like, ooh,
Yeah, and then like prom was
oh yeah,
so like, I mean, I went with my friend girls, my
Mhm.
girlfriends, and so that was fine. But like, imagine bringing
a dude.
like if it was two guys, like that would be so scary. I mean, in my time, currently maybe not,
Yeah,
but like my time. Oh my god,
my
I feel
time. Yeah,
so old saying that. But 20 years ago, no,
nope.
15, 13 years ago, I don't even know if that was allowed.
No,
To be honest,
probably not.
probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, my school might have, but oh man, we would have gotten ridiculed for sure.
Yeah. I
Because like two girls would go together and that's fine. But I, for my high school, I don't think I ever saw two guys to go together ever.
yeah. Maybe it would have been fine. Maybe it would have been accepted. But some people might not even want to put it out there or screw around with it just to avoid the glares or the drama or getting beat up afterwards. You know, just all those dramatic things.
Oh yeah, you
things
just
that
want to
run
save
up.
your own space.
Yeah, I just want to go to prom and have
Mental.
fun with my girlfriends. And
Yeah, I mean that's.
yeah,
I think I was in a relationship once for one of my proms. I would have never imagined bringing them because it's like, yeah, you just want to have fun and not like stir the pot either. You
yeah. Don't cause drama.
like that's a part of the gay experience. Is 50% of my life I'm like, do I want to be an activist right now?
Yeah,
And then the other 50% of my life I'm like, I just want to fucking live.
yeah. I
Like,
just want to do my own thing.
yeah. Did you want to go into the gay things? Or
Yes.
Gavorite things?
Our Gavorite things. Yes, can I go first?
These are a few of our Gavorite things.
Oh, I thought this was an interesting thing to chat over because it is Native American Heritage Month. It is November. And what I wanted to talk about was the term Two Spirit. I started out doing my research going down this one road, and I was like, this is going to be cool. This is going to be fun. I'm not 100% educated in this. And it took a turn. Two Spirit, also known as a two-spirit or two-spirited, is a modern pan-Indian umbrella term used by some indigenous North Americans to describe Native Americans in their communities who fulfill a traditional third gender or gender variant ceremonial and social role. This term was coined in 1990. It was from this sort of caucus thing with educators and some tribes members. So it was some tribes members, which is great and helpful, get their input, obviously, but then some of them were white educators and scholars and things like that. It's just kind of like a modernized term, so it is new, 1990, that's newer. There are 150 tribes that recognize this, but they also have their own languages for it. There's a word for it that was created at this caucus thing by an Anishinaabe tribe, which, fun fact, is a tribe local to northern Minnesota.
Niche Manitowoc.
So that is the created term for two-spirited. Some white scholars were part of it, and some people didn't like that. Some people were kind of tagging it in as colonization. Again, white people coming in, ruining the show. It's a form of colonization, and some people were thinking it was kind of, taking away from the original terms. Because like I said, there's a bunch of different terms for, all these tribes have their own terms for non-binary, gay, lesbian, transgender. They also have, more specific things: male to female, male dressing as female, male only dressing as female for fun, stuff like that. Like they have all those specific things, kind of like how we do, but they are, obviously in their own languages. So then some people were thinking it was actually taking away from that. And again, just throwing Indian heritage and culture into the garbage can. But a lot of people also kind of were cool with it. They're like, that's cool, that's great, let's modernize it. And it sounds kind of silly, but let's sort of send it out to the masses. And then some people are kind of lumping it in with the term queer. So it wasn't just like a third gender, non-binary. It was just lumping it in with queer just to kind of make it more digestible, sort of.
Sorry, my mic, I can tell is picking up you as well, so that's why I muted it. And that's why I'm like quiet over here, because I'm like letting you do your thing, and then I was gonna ask questions as I came up.
Okay. In some tribes, two-spirited people are actually set at a higher status because they are seen as having both male and female spirits inside their body. So, you have twice as much, spirit inside of you. So they're typically set as shamans or healers, things like that. And a lot of them were given all the gender roles. So everything versus like the traditional, women are the nurturers, they have the babies, they take care of them. Well, if it was a two-spirited man, they would also get those roles if they chose, obviously. They weren't just told to do it, but, they were more comfortable. If I came into a birthing tent and I was, a two-spirited shaman, it wouldn't be thought of as weird that there's a man in the tent, and I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, because that's like way different than here. Like, even if you were a trans woman, I think a lot of people would have issue with you being like in a woman's restroom, or in a woman's dressing room, and stuff like that.
Yep. And kind of on the flip side too of that, if you were a two-spirited female, a lot of the times you would be sent to war. And I was reading some articles, and they were talking about how some women, they like the power, and they like, not in a negative way, like getting the power, but they took the role very seriously, and they were the best hunters, they were the best gatherers, they were the best warriors, because they were two-spirited and also helping out the tribe in all these extra ways. So it was just like basically a humongous brag. If I was a two-spirited person, I get to do all the things I want to, and people look up to you. Some people on the reverse side of it were thinking, gross gay people, gross transgender people. Some Native American people didn't like anybody in the LGBTQ community, and they were kicked out of their families. They faced oppression, bullying, murder, all these things like white people have, or every other culture has too. And that was just those people or small chunks of other tribes. But like I said, a lot of it was more positive. And then on the flip side too, a lot of younger Native American people are taking the term back. How like people joke gay people don't like the term fag or faggot, but some people are taking it back, trying to make it fun and funny and things like that. Yeah. Some younger Native American people are actually taking the term two-spirited and embracing it and creating different outreach programs, education programs, group support, things like that. And they're trying to dig into their history and search for those types of ceremonies and art and music and all those things to embrace the two-spirited term. So
is two-spirit in like any like movies, media?
Oh yeah, that is another thing too. I just saw there is actually a documentary in 2004, and then one of them was in 2014.
Because I mean, white people have gay movies left and right.
Yeah,
Love Simon, Call Me by Your Name. It's all white people.
Well, even remember Moonlight. That's a newer black gay love story, kind of love story, but that's a.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's hard, but that's kind of another thing too. Even in like black culture too, you're not supposed to be gay, because if you're gay, you're a sissy, and black men are supposed to be.
Gay black men have the hardest time.
Yeah, and black transgender women, they have the worst. They're the highest.
Their age, life expectancy is like 30.
Yep, exactly. Yeah,
it's insane.
Black trans women are the most murdered group of people in the world.
Yeah,
which is just fucking bananas and disgusting.
So sad.
And yeah, so like Moonlight, I think that was 2016 or 18, something like that. I don't remember exactly, but again, 2018. That's a newer gay black movie. And then the book that I found that I want to get it is called Reclaiming Two Spirits. And this was 2022.
Maybe we could have like a reading.
Let's have a gay book corner.
Yeah, which is actually funny because that's like my.
There we go.
Do you want me to take over now?
Take over. So that was my story. I just thought it was interesting
to
talk about two spirits, because like my mindset was the positive side of two spirits was Two Spirits is so great. It's amazing. Everyone loves it. I love seeing two-spirited people because I guess I just love Native American culture too, because it's just like dripping in art and beauty, and there's just so many traditions, and like the clothing, the jewelry, the hair, like all the things is just so beautiful and stunning. And I thought that's what Two-Spirited was. Somebody was coming in, born male, coming in this huge, beautiful, like stunning dress and makeup, and female presenting makeup, Native American makeup, and nails done and female jewelry, and it's just like, oh, just beautiful. And then I'm reading this article going, actually it's not 100% what everybody thinks it is, because it's colonization, people taking away from the original terms and stuff like that. So it was a really cool article and information I found out, and I learned something.
I learned about Two-Spirit a while ago, but I never like dug into anything about it.
I've just, whatever I saw on TV or Instagram is what I learned. And again, that's why people should actually educate themselves instead of just see what social media says, because
for sure. I mean, I think that's where I found out about Two-Spirit was social media, but I mean, it was from an indigenous person. I was actually, not to bring up another podcast yet again, but listening to Brittany Brosey's latest episode, she was talking about how like American art has no like community because it is like an amalgamation of like other people and like, or other cultures and stuff, but there's no like tradition.
Yeah,
whereas like other cultures have that tradition, have that community, so their art is more like rich and like maybe a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, well, and that's just like this room. So this is the lounge. This is a pod lounge. It is very African themed, because I think African art and Native American art is just super beautiful. Like just look at the wall. That's a fabric utilized to create dashikis, and it's like all that stuff, just that sentence alone, like, look at this beautiful art. It's used to create a dashiki, which is a traditional African garb, an outfit. What do white people have? Like, we have Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Oh yeah, today's the episode's coming out November 27th, so it's after all of the Thanksgiving weekends, and the Thanksgiving. Not to like bring up American culture.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I hope your Thanksgivings are great.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, what do we have? I feel like
Christmas.
It is such a thing that I honestly can't think of anything that Americans have created and invented and made to be culturally beautiful.
Capitalism.
Yep, we got that.
We've got capitalism. Not that other countries don't, but
that's stealing.
My gay of the day is my favorite one. I mean, I would say it is my favorite. I don't know if it's my favorite book series in total, but one of my favorite series. It's on my bookshelf, like my favorites bookshelf. It's one of my favorite series, and it's the Stranger series. And good luck Googling this if you're Googling it, because so many things are called Stranger. So if you're going to Google it, Google Stranger Things by Rachel Mania Brown and Sherwood Smith, and then you'll get to where you're going. What I love about this series is that it's not a gay series by any means, but it has gay people in it. And it isn't, they're presented in a way that isn't like, it's like today's Tuesday. And that's how they're presented, and you just move past and talk about something else.
It's a non-event.
They don't even say like, I don't even think they say like gay.
Right. They're just like, it's a female, and I'm like talking about my girlfriend. Yeah. Nothing.
And
just like ordering a pizza.
Like one of my favorite, I should have actually tried to find this before the pod because I was going to read it. But one of my favorite moments in the book, like gay moments, I should say, like relationships are really heavy in the series, because how it is, like how the book is presented is you're one character in one chapter, and then you're another character in the next chapter, and you're another character in the next chapter, and so time isn't always like linear. The next 3 chapters might be the same event but presented 3 different perspectives.
Got it.
So it's not always like chapter 1 happened on Monday, chapter 2 happened on Tuesday sort of thing. It's very like perspective, and and each character always has kind of like a crush. And so relationships are like 50% of it for sure. But yeah, like one of my favorite scenes in a book is they're talking with this newcomer, and he's been in the community like a year or so, and they're just kind of like talking about like, I don't even remember specifically how the conversation came up, but they were talking about his crushes. And they're like, "Oh, is so and so your crush?" And it was a girl, and he's just denying it because he is a really reserved character, so he's just denying it. And then they go on to a guy, and they're like, "Oh, is so and so your crush?" And it was his crush, and so he's like, "No, no, no," like denied it. But like even the kids were like, "Oh, like the two guys," which that never happens in children. Like I feel like children, like their parents imprint on them, and so when it's two guys kissing, it's always like, ew, that's gross,
right?
But then it's kissing. Girl and guy kissing, and it's like, oh, kissy kissy.
Yeah.
But in the book, the kids were even like, oh, like kissy kissy, like first comes love, next comes marriage.
Yeah.
But it was like two guys, and I just thought that was really fun to see, like even the children were not like brainwashed.
Yeah, cool with it. I like TV shows like that and books and stuff like that.
When it's not such a big freaking deal, because like it
shouldn't be.
In this book, they don't come out, they're just like, oh yeah, I'm dating so and so.
Yeah.
And like that's like they don't come out.
Yeah.
Because it's like not even,
who cares?
Like who cares?
Yeah. That's cool. I like that.
In this book too, there's there's always the love triangle. But in this one, it's actually like they're cohesive,
like a throuple?
Cohesively in a throuple, and it's not weird, and it's not like
Frankie Grande style,
like weird, crazy sexual. Like they're not trying to like fetishize it.
Oh yeah,
it's just like very like okay. So the one character, and this is probably like spoilers for like the second or third book. So I hope if you're reading this, that you're not spoiled too much. But I won't say the characters. But the one character had a crush on the other one, but then also always loved the other one. And so like when the one became a couple and the other like started talking and became a couple, it just like became like this throuple relationship, and it was always, I don't know, very sweet. Very sweet, not like sexually weird.
Well, that's good.
Or anything like that. But I thought I would read I just googled this book, and the whole thing is for free. There's 3 books so far. I think there's supposed to be a 4th. Oh, and I DM'd Sherwood Smith, and she responded.
Ooh.
This was a while ago, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Actually, no, probably because the first book was out. When I started reading the series, the first book was out. And then the second book came out like very shortly after, but I don't think I got it for a while. And then I read the second book and finished it, and the third book had not come out yet. So I was like, I mean, they're not like super well-known authors. So I kind of just like shot my shot and DM'd them both, because I was like, when's the third one coming out? Because there's like nothing online, and it is a very like low-key series, so not very popular. So of course there wouldn't be like articles or anything out. And then Sherwood responded and was like, oh yeah, it's coming out whatever X day. And so the third one came out. I think I did DM her again to see when the 4th one was coming out. I don't know if I got a response back. I don't remember. That was a long time ago. So there's 3 books coming out. I think a 4th.
Have you heard anything about TV shows or movies, or looked that up?
No, but they do have an audiobook.
Oh.
Yeah, the first one's on audiobook. I'm going to grab them because they're just right over there to get the titles. Never mind, because then I would have to disrupt the dogs. Okay, I'm going to read the synopsis. Many generations ago, a mysterious cataclysm struck the world. Governments... it's also post-apocalyptic, which is my favorite genre.
Yeah.
Governments collapsed and people scattered to rebuild where they could. A mutation, the change, arose, granting some people unique powers. So think X-Men.
Oh, yes. Now I remember.
Like gay.
More gay.
Gay X-Men. I know. I wish you knew this. Like,
I
maybe
no
we'll read it together or something because it
now
is so good.
now that you said that
You're the one that you had the book like forever, and then you're like, oh yeah, this is like a gay book or whatever. Young adult LGBT. It is kind of advertised that way. It's in that genre.
now that you said powers, it's ringing a bell.
Yeah.
But because I know you've listened to some stuff. I'm pretty sure you've listened to it with me around.
Yeah, audiobook. Mm-hmm. A mutation, the change arose, granting some people unique powers, though the area once called Los Angeles retains its cultural diversity. Its technological marvels have faded into legend. Los Anclas now resembles a Wild West frontier town where the sheriff possesses superhuman strength, the doctor can warp time to heal his patients, and the distant ruins of an ancient city bristle with deadly crystalline trees that take their jewel-like colors from the clothes of the people they killed. Teenage prospector Ross Juarez, best find ever, an ancient book he doesn't know how to read, nearly costs him his life when a bounty hunter is set on him to kill him and steal the book. Ross barely makes it to Los Anclas, bringing him a precious artifact, a power no one has ever had before, and a whole lot of trouble. Yeah, like half the people have a power and half the people don't. And it starts out that Ross is supposed to be the main character, but there's like 6 main characters that it switches between. And there's like secrets. It's so good. There's secrets. So when it switches to there's one character, I won't spoil it, but there's one character that has a huge secret.
Are they born with powers or do they acquire them somehow?
Oh, yeah, I think it's puberty.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Puberty, they get their powers. It's the Change series. That's what it is, because everybody has like you
change.
Yeah, you change
at puberty. And you said you do not have the 4th one? Thomas is discovering.
I know. I'm like, did this one just come out or something?
Thomas is checked out. Pod is over. You go book shopping. Are we going to Barnes and Noble?
No, it hasn't come out yet.
Oh.
Forthcoming.
Does it have a date?
Everybody else has a date. Okay, when I spoke with, because I'm just so popular, I spoke with author.
You talk with all those celebrities?
She said that because it's 2 co-authors. I've never really seen that before. But they're fully co-authors. But the first co-author, I guess, was having like health issues. So I'm like, is it even gonna come out? But no, it still hasn't come out. The last time I checked too, I'm gonna have to DM her again.
Yeah.
And be like, do you remember me?
Yeah, just message them and see what they say.
Yeah, I'm going to. Because I need that 4th book.
I need it.
Anyways, that's my gay thing of the day.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I love gay literature, gay movies, gay books, gay art, gay poems.
Yeah, for sure. We could switch over to our Reddit stories if you would like.
Okay. Reddit stories.
Reddit stories.
Yep. I'm going to start first. So mine is kind of piggybacking off of my topic for the day. Am I the asshole for calling out my partner for thinking he could help a Native American tribe? Turn my brightness up because I'm old.
Was the partner white? Let's guess.
Kind of. My partner was recently telling me about a missed opportunity he had in high school to work and teach English on a Lakota Sioux reservation. He is 1/8 Mohawk. His maternal grandfather was 100%. He had an opportunity to go anywhere he wanted within the U.S. to do anything he wanted. He went to a very prestigious private school in New Jersey. Okay, right. So he spent 5 months writing a lesson, unit plans, and a thesis about how he could go to this Lakota Sioux community and teach English and empower the youth of his tribe. He talked about being intrigued by the alcoholism and depression and about how he could help these people and teach them the Sherman, Alexie, and other Native American writers. He said that because he is also Native American, he could become part of their culture in a much deeper way. I called him out, saying that growing up in a middle-class white household in New Jersey, despite having a bit of a Native American blood, does not make him entitled to be included into their culture. Not to mention, Lakota Sioux and Mohawk are not the same. And the white elitist belief that he that we need to help Native Americans is exactly what got us here in the first place. Am I out of line? He sees it as something helpful. I see it as elitist and possibly racist.
So he is Native American.
1/8.
1/8.
Mm-hmm.
And he had the opportunity to, sorry, just to summarize what you just said.
Yeah. So he is 1/8, and he did all the lessons plans according to the wife that he could go and help. But she's thinking, well, just because you are Native American or you're 1/8 doesn't mean you have to go help them. And I kind of agree, because I think of it as churches going to Africa and they're like, we have to teach the word of God, and it's like, no, you don't. You absolutely don't. Just leave them alone.
Yeah.
Let them have their own gods or goddesses or whatever they want, or nothing. I think it's creepy and brainwashy to go to different places and be like, Jesus, 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 and this is kind of the same thing. But I know he had the right mindset. It's kind of both, I guess. Like, he wanted to go and help. He was thinking he was doing the right thing, which is great and nice.
But so what, help with what though?
Just teach English.
So he had the opportunity to help with all of that?
I guess he did all the work, created all the lesson plans to go be a teacher, and he did a thesis on it, and he just didn't for whatever reason. I don't know that part of the story. They didn't say that, but yeah, the wife was thinking it was elitist, and because he was rich and white, like technically white,
Yeah. I don't know if it'd be received well, especially if he's only 1/8.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, and then according to the wife too, it was a completely different tribe. Which I guess, like,
if they're welcoming it, then
yeah,
whatever.
I guess if they're asking for help, sure, go help teach English. But then that's another thing too. That's also another big thing when, during colonization, the white people came in and they cut their hair off. They took away all their clothes. They took away all their art, all their stuff, and they put them in, suits and cut their hair off and taught them English and tried to make them as white as possible, and just threw away all their heritage in the garbage. Yeah,
I don't think the
wife is an asshole.
I don't think. Yeah, some of these are hard because it's like, you're not the asshole. A conversation is definitely encouraged. Now, to say like, don't do it at all, I think anybody can help anyone. Like, as long as it's coming from a place of good intention. I think anybody is capable of helping anybody, no matter if they're privileged or not. In fact, I think the privileged should help the underprivileged a little bit more.
Right, exactly. If you are, but then you shouldn't be using your elite, like, prestigious money
as a savior complex.
You to go teach English. It's like, how about you learn Sioux or Mohawk or what, I don't know the languages, sorry. How about you learn that instead, and then go give your money to them because they need a school, or they need books, or they need, food, anything like that. Use your money and your resources for that type of stuff versus forcing English or religion on them.
I don't think the asshole, but
yeah, I feel like they're probably not, neither one of them is the asshole. In his mindset, he was helping. And then in the wife's side, she's like, well, actually, you're kind of being elitist.
Okay, I like this one. It's just from Ask Reddit, and everybody input what you would say. You step foot on Mars as the first human. What do you say to the audience watching? Team America. Fuck yeah.
America.
Another step for mankind.
Yeah, right. Another
giant leap for
Mars kind.
Yeah.
Or I try to say something really funny. Like, that's what I would do. I'd be like, it's not that hot. Just like something stupid.
Oh, wow. First human on Mars and the first human fart. And then rip ass, but then realize it's your own suit that you're farting into.
Oh my god. Just like trying to get out. You're like,
I want to read some of the comments. As the only official citizen of Mars, I hereby declare war on Earth.
Ooh.
Come and get me.
Come and get me. I'd start singing Rude Boy and do the finger guns. Come on, Rude Boy, can you get on Mars?
And cut.
Oh, because it's fake.
Yeah. Now that I'm safely here, let me tell everyone who really killed Epstein and JFK. It was...
Stupid.
Okay. I know this one's a heavy one, but I actually am concerned for the writer of this Am I the Asshole?
Oh,
Because I'm like, I don't know what I would do either.
okay. I'm here for it.
I'm not going to read the title. Oh, no. Am I the asshole for showing up at my sister's party after her miscarriage, despite knowing that I couldn't drink and people would suspect I'm pregnant?
Why couldn't she drink?
Because she's pregnant.
Oh, I thought.
So she like, okay,
I thought.
let me just read it
Tell the
because
story.
that's a good story. My name is Kayla and I'm 22 female. My sister Leah, who's 22, unexpectedly had a miscarriage a week ago. So sad.
Yeah.
Devastating. I felt especially guilty because I recently found out I was pregnant as well, but had opted to wait to tell anyone.
I mean, probably good call.
But now that, okay, I felt guilty, so I elected to keep quiet about it for as long as I could, because now her sister had a miscarriage. She hadn't announced that she was pregnant yet.
Right.
So now she's, what do I say?
Right. Makes sense.
As I didn't want to take any attention away from her grief or cause her any pain, as any normal human being would. And like, just when do you say it then? Because you're going to start to show and you don't want it to be like, oh, like, sorry, I'm 6 months pregnant. This became a problem when my family arranged a little get together at her place to help her feel better, where alcohol was to be involved. The night was going fine, and my sister really seemed to be smiling and enjoying herself. I was staying away from the beer and vodka, kind of shuddering down the strange looks from my family and friends who know I almost never turn down the opportunity to drink. Most were believing my lies except my sister's friend Ash, who came up to me and asked, "Are you pregnant or something?"
That's rude.
That is so rude.
Don't ask people if they're pregnant.
Don't. So what if I love to drink? What if today I didn't?
Yeah, I feel I have a tummy ache.
And now you've put such a huge question and yeah, what if I am pregnant? Just shut the fuck up. Why aren't you drinking? I laughed and said I had to watch out for my health, and trying to change the subject, my sister saw us talking, however, and I came up with a shot in her hand. My sister saw us talking, however, and came up with a shot in her hand. She basically said that she was really glad I was here and wanted to take a shot with me. I had a feeling that Ash had told her I wasn't drinking and had come to confirm her suspicions.
Also rude.
As I turned her down and said that I was just happy to be in the moment with her, Leah got this teary look on her face and kind of eyed my stomach. She set the drink down and asked me slowly if I was pregnant and trying to hide it. I froze in the moment, which must have basically confirmed that she was
say, yeah.
that what she was suspecting. She burst into tears and asked again, much louder this time, which caused most of the people in her apartment to look at us. She told me to either drink the shot or tell her the truth.
Also
okay,
rude.
that's mean.
Also mean.
That's because you know that she is hiding it to spare her feelings, which, yeah, I guess as a sister, like, that would be irritating too. Like, don't spare my fucking feelings. But, like, what a complicated.
Again, also trying to do it to be nice.
Yeah, out of good
and not
intention.
take the party attention away from her.
Because, like, how do you even say that? Okay, I turned her down and said that I was just happy to be in the moment. Okay, blah, blah, blah. She told me to either drink the shot or tell the truth. I wasn't sure what to do, so I opted to just tell her the truth.
Yeah.
I tried to tell her that I didn't really want to take any attention from her pain, but she wasn't listening. She started accusing me of coming to her apartment to boast about her pregnancy.
Okay, well, if you're gonna be a bitter Betty, then I get being sad because you had a miscarriage. But if you're gonna be a bitch that I'm pregnant and steal my happiness away, you're a bad person, even if you're my sister.
Okay,
sorry.
Let me finish because I want to get the whole story before I start saying stuff. And how I always got what I wanted. Okay, she started accusing me of coming to her apartment to boast about my pregnancy and how I always got what I wanted. She also said that shouldn't have come to my party knowing that I couldn't drink, that I obviously knew that people were going to know I was pregnant. Basically going on about how I was attention seeking. At this point, our dad stepped in to calm her down because she was belligerent at this point. At that point, me and my boyfriend decided it was better for us to just leave. I even got a few quiet congrats, which I felt awful about. She's not really talking to me now, which I kind of understand, but at the same time, all I really wanted was to be there for her.
Yeah.
People are more so leaning in her side because she's going through a hard time right now, but I feel like I'm not being listened to. My mom told me that she understands, but that it was wrong of me to come knowing I was pregnant.
Wait, the mom said it was wrong of her to come because she was pregnant?
Yeah.
Well, your mom's a cunt as well.
And like, okay, I'm
you
sorry.
need a new family. Sorry.
Like, yeah, an option would have been to say, hey, I'm sick.
Yeah.
But
that's no fun. I want to go to my sister's party and go see my family.
Coming from somebody that just hates to lie.
Yeah, Thomas is a bad liar.
I hate to lie.
Yeah.
Even if it's a white lie, even if it's for my, for my benefit, for my mental health, and it's all around a good thing. I hate to lie. It boils me. It it's a stake in my heart.
Which is good. It's a good thing to have.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm glad you're not a good liar, and I'm just like, this is just lying to me all the
I
time.
literally am so bad. But coming from somebody that just hates to lie, hates it, I would be in a peril.
Yeah.
Deciding, do I lie or do I show up? And yeah, like she said, she just wanted to be with her sister and be there to support her. Oh, but yeah, that would be hard.
But then like another this is a stupid idea and a stupid option would to be just grab a beer, bring it to the bathroom, dump a little bit out, and just like fake sip it all night long. Just because nobody's going to be watching you all the time to see and know that it's the same beer. I think that's what I
would have done.
Which is like a dumb lie. But then also if she came up and was like, take a shot, how are you going to hide that? That type of situation. But also just like, I don't want to drink. That's all you need. I don't have to tell you why. I don't have to tell you I'm pregnant. I don't have to tell you I'm sick. I don't have to tell you maybe I have a job interview tomorrow. Like,
I was going to say show up with 3-2 beer, but then that's obvious too.
Right. Yeah.
Like, oh, why are you getting 3-2 beer? And they say like no alcohol is good at all. And yeah, if you're pregnant, like avoid alcohol at all costs.
Yeah, it sounds like this chick needs a new family. Like the sister's mad she's pregnant. The mom's mad she's pregnant. They're both saying that they're taking... or the sister's taking away attention from...
Did you witness that? The most spoiled baby. Obviously, be sensitive about the topic at hand and know that your sister's hurting. I don't think you're the asshole. It's a lose-lose situation. I feel like our Reddit stories get a little...
Yeah, get a
heavier.
little heavier.
But yeah, our time is up.
Our time has come. And now the end is near.
And I hope you have a wonderful week, whatever day you're listening to this on.
Happy holidays if you celebrate.
Yeah, we'll see you before Christmas.
Right.
Still, it's only November 27th.
We'll probably, I guess I don't know if we'll take breaks for holidays.
I think we'll have, we could record another one, and
we'll have stuff in the piggy bank.
I definitely want to have a Christmas episode.
Yep.
Oh, and I was thinking if we reach 100 subscribers, we should definitely dress as drag.
Okay.
Full drag.
Let's do
breastplate and all.
Boobies? I guess my boobies are fine already.
So subscribe.
Please like and subscribe and tell all your friends so we can...
Because if you do and we reach 100 subscribers, we'll be dressed in full drag.
Thomas just really wants to buy a breastplate.
Well, I just think because we've done drag just the face.
Yeah,
we've bought a couple wigs that were just wow.
Oh
ugly.
yeah, nope.
But to actually get good lace front wigs and
there's a shop down the
glam the fuck up and then actually have a breastplate and padding and stuff. That'd be so
titties
in
a corset cinched for the quads.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yes, exactly.
Let's do it. Okay, we'll spread the word, everybody.
Yeah,
we'll do
subscribe.
something funny and fun. Something cool like that. And hope you have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, goodbye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Flamingly Unfiltered.
Now available on Amazon, Spotify, YouTube, and Apple.
Receive updates on Instagram.
Start the week off strong with Zach and Thomas.